When we want something, we request for it. And the chances that our request will be heard and actioned upon depends on quite a few factors. But one important factor that it depends on is how the request was phrased. My name is Meera Swaroop and I am an impact communication coach. I work with people to help them achieve their goals by shifting the way they communicate. Many of us unknowingly state our requests as don't statements or stop statements. For example, don't talk to me like that, or don't cut the line, or don't violate the protocol. And the stop statements sound something like this: stop talking, stop watching television, stop whatever it is that you're doing. Now these statements may seem like very normal to use in our day-to-day practice, but I'd like you to take a pause and really notice what is the energy behind these words. If you carefully see, when you state a statement of a don't or a stop, you're implying to the person your actions are wrong. And many a times people comply, they follow as we ask them to. Yet, they carry away an experience with themselves where they experience being disrespected, blamed, or simply made wrong. They may never say it to you, but when such kind of interactions happen regularly, the animosity between the relationships begins to build. Whether it is a spouse to a spouse, whether it's a manager to a junior colleague, whether it is a parent to a child. I'd like to invite you into exploring the possibility of using statements that have an invitation into it, that are more positive in their approach. For example, instead of saying, don't speak to me like that, you could say, I'd like you to speak to me in a more composed tone. Instead of saying, I'd like you to stop coming so late to work, you would like to say, I'd like you to start coming on time to work. Instead of saying, stop working on that task, you could say, I'd like you to take a pause for some time to see how we could do this better. The key is in stating the sentence as what the person can do versus not do. A simple shift that can cause a significant impact into how your message lands on the other side. Your leadership begins to reflect not one that controls, but one that guides and influences. I hope this was helpful. And for those of you who'd like to know more about how you can communicate with more impact, I'd like to invite you into a new batch that I'm starting for Impact Communication, a 10-week program that significantly makes a difference in how you articulate your requests, present your needs, and begin to get a yes from people for what is it that you desire. An ongoing batch of the same course is producing fantastic results in just 5 weeks. To share a few, one participant had the courage to ask back his stake in a project, retain his participation in a project from which he was going to be deboarded and shifted on to another. This participant had never ever stood up for what he wanted before. Another participant saved another colleague's job by only shifting the way she listened to whatever it is that he had to say. Given COVID times, I think that's miraculous. For those of you interested, I invite you to click on that link and get more information on what this course could possibly do for you. Till then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.